Order promising remains one of the most difficult problems and challenges for manufacturers today. Salespeople simply cannot quote reliable promise dates to their customers in real time. They typically leave the room and say, "I'll check with order operations," leaving the customer an opportunity to call a competitor. So why is order promising so hard? First, ERP is simply not fast enough. And even the business processes of ERP require clean orders that have gone through configuration, pricing, and quoting before you can actually get a promise date. And these systems typically compute supply and demand differences on the fly, which is very expensive. And the data platforms that ERP systems use for these computations just aren't powerful enough. And if they do use scale-up hardware to get that kind of performance, it's too expensive. So the Intrigo Splice Machine order promising solution enables real-time order promising, which is completely synchronized with ERP. That gives us the opportunity to keep fine-grained inventory availability in a very fast temporal database that can look up the available inventory level for any item in milliseconds. And this is done on a scale-out platform that doesn't require expensive memory-heavy hardware or hit memory limits. Let's look at the system in action. First, you pick a sales organization. Then you pick what kind of order. Is it a regular order or a just-in-time order or something that's going to ship immediately? Then you specify the customer with autocomplete. Then you pick the destination for the customer and the site at that customer's destination. And then you decide if you want them to ship as an entire order, or do you want each line item to be promised, or do you want to group together from the same factory or to the same destinations. You pick a request date, and then you start adding line items. For each line item, autocomplete lets you fill in the item. You pick what the factory is that you'd like to ship from, the quantity, and of course the destinations. On the second line item, we autocomplete for the word switch, specify the source, same destinations, and you can also specify a request date for the line item, submit the line item, and ask for the ATP. Now you can see the availability for the whole order together, and you can also look at each line item. You can see how much inventory is available on the request date, as well as when that line item is going to be available. You can also perform what ifs here, just changing the quantity in real time, and then hit the ATP button again and find out the availability. Here, by lowering the quantity, we can see we have 92 available for that one line item on the requested date. You can also download a complex order from a spreadsheet and then ask for availability dates. That's our order processing solution. As you can see, it's very easy to use and very fast.